I think this, I'm kind of sad that there's no more people here because I think this class is probably more important than any others. And it's weird in our culture that we know all of this stuff. We know it's not good eating McDonald's, but it's $1 cheeseburger. It's cheap, it's fast, it's easy, it tastes good. I didn't stop eating meat because it tastes bad. I like cheeseburgers. It just, the idea of it now is just kind of yuck. And then I just didn't want to have anything to do with the animals, which is, I'm a lot more disciplined as far as that because it's just what I believe now. So it's not, I'm not asking everybody to give that up, although I think you should. Except for the fish. Except for the fish, because she's trying to work with me on how to get my protein because I don't do fish and all that stuff. So I do a lot of protein powders and they make shakes with blueberry and protein powder and stuff like that. So where was I going with that? Oh, as far as singing goes, you know it yourself. If you've ever fluctuated in your weight, when you're thinner, you feel better. You feel better about yourself because you look better. You sing better. You're in a better mood. You're more energy. And we all know that. And when you're heavier, you're just not. And I mean, that's basically what it is. And what I found, I'll share this with you guys. I haven't told anybody, my quartet guys, is I found that I was so self-conscious because I've always beat myself up on being heavy my whole life. That's all I've been, I'm just fat, I can't get a girlfriend because I'm fat, that kind of thing. And I just was like, always all about that. Well, I realized that I wasn't singing as well on stage when I was heavier. Part of the reason because of the breast support, and part of the reason because of feeling heavy and but part of it was while I was on stage, I was ashamed to have people see me on stage and go, wow, look how fat Kipp's got. So I was singing with my stomach tucked in as best I could so that I didn't look fat. And I had no breast support. Everything was coming from here. I was doing everything wrong vocally, and when I realized, you know what, if you have this one, you need to work it off. You don't need to hide it. You got to sing well. That's the main reason you're here is to sing, and it's a vain thing to say, but that's what I was doing. I didn't even realize I was doing it, and I was sucking in my stomach all the time. I wasn't breathing right. But breast support is big, and the acid reflux is huge. When you're heavier, I know I had a battle with acid reflux. When I was going through one of my divorces, back in the 90s, I was going through that. It was a stressful time. My go-to foods, my comfort food, everybody has a comfort food. I'm not really a sweets guy. I don't really do candy and cakes and ice cream. I don't really care about that. Mine is pasta with red sauce and red wine. If those were diet foods, I'd weigh 84 pounds. Because I could eat it all day, every day. So I was doing that. I was getting divorced. I was a single dad with a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. I had full custody of them, taking care of them, and I was eating spaghetti every night and drinking wine every night and going to bed late. And I woke up one day and I couldn't sing, and I didn't know why because I had just did a show with the guest house gang that weekend, and we sang great. Had a great show. It was an awesome voice. Had rehearsal Tuesday. Thursday morning I woke up and I was driving into work and I popped the CD in and I started to sing, and it was the scariest, weirdest thing ever. We all know how to sing and how to move the notes up and down. Well, the melody went up, and I went to sing the melody like I have done since I was 12, and my notes stayed exactly the same. I could not make, it was like trying to lift something too heavy. I couldn't make the note go up, and it scared me to death. And I went in and I got scoped to see what was wrong, and the one guy said, well, you have nodes, you have nodules. And I said, I don't think so. He said, well, I'm the doctor. I said, well, yeah, but I know that you have chronic issues with that. I just sang great this weekend, and today, nothing. So I went to another doctor, and he scoped me and said, well, I'm not saying that guy was wrong. There were nodules there last week. They're not. So what's wrong with me? And he said, you've had acid reflux. Acid has actually, while you were sleeping, has backed up into your throat and burned your vocal cords to where they won't vibrate the same, and I can't phone, and I couldn't raise the pitch. So it took me 4 months to get over that. I couldn't sing for 4 months. We had to get substitute tenors, and it was hard. And I'd never even heard of acid reflux. And this was like 96, 97. I'd never even heard of it. And since that time, we've lost some guys to cancer and stuff that had acid reflux. Like Earl Hagen, who's a bassist at University, he died with esophageal cancer. And my best friend, Rob, did the same thing. And the funny thing is, what you say is you don't even know, and it's all about your diet and you being overweight and the foods you eat and the acidity. And when you drink alcohol, ironically, as she said, it relaxes. Well, it relaxes that flap that closes off from your stomach. So if that's relaxed and there's acid down there and you're laying down, that's what happens. And it's a fact. And when Rob was actually going in for testing, they said, you have esophageal cancer. And he's like, really? I don't have any trouble swallowing. I don't cough. I don't even know. And he said, well, you're a singer, right? He said, you should know that acid reflux. That's, and we don't know. We don't educate our people that way. I mean, we really don't. So that's huge, the healthy foods. And it's just so bad in our culture, with all that. And I don't know what else I can,
Oh, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Do you have, as a singer, any kind of routine that you go through maybe the day of a show when it comes to your intake?
The day of?
Or the week of, or whatever?
I really try, several days before, I really try not to do any, I enjoy wine. My wife and I really like wine. We drink wine a lot during the evenings and during the week. And we enjoy experimenting and buying new bottles that we haven't tried and stuff. We're slowly learning to be wine snobs. We're doing our best. But yeah, I try not to do that. I up my water intake. I try to do what you said and cut down on the caffeine. I drink coffee in the morning, but typically I'll have like a cup on the way into work, and then I'll maybe have 2 more cups, but then I switch to water and drink water the rest of the day. And when we sing, our quartet, we go through cases of this, and we stopped by and had 3 cases of water last night, and we got a case left. I mean, it's just been 3 of us because he just got here. So I mean, we drink a lot of water, and that's great for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really, and given my diet though, when I cheat, my cheat days are when I have too much pasta, because I don't eat fatty foods. I don't eat burgers, and I don't everything that's fattening is animal proteins and animal product and cheese and butter. I don't have any of that. So luckily for me, the weight started coming off that way. But what really helped incorporate was the eating every couple of hours, and that like I get up, I eat. And then I go to work, and when I get to work, I have a little snack, and then I have lunch, and then I have a little snack, and then I go home and have dinner, and that's helped me maintain. And I haven't lost any. I'm in the skinny fat stage. So my goal is I'm actually going to be 50 in a year and a half. So when I turn 50, I want to be in better shape than I've ever been in my life. So I want to get rid of this. I don't want to jiggle when I brush my teeth. I want that to be solid. So she's going to help me do that. But I have to do that with the weight training, because the diet. You told me this once before. You said losing weight. Working out is great. Exercise is very important for your heart and everything, and it helps your breast support. And, I mean, it gets better overall. But losing weight is 80% diet. I mean, it really is what you eat. And